Hey, what is happening, you Charge-a-Bug? Today we are taking a look at the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Maybe one of the least hyped up archetypes coming out of a set for, I don't know how big of a archetype it is in the set. This is supposed to be like the big deck coming out of the set, but I feel like there's very little hype for it, and honestly for pretty decent reason. I think on reveal a lot of people weren't overwhelmed by how good this card seemed, and then also looking at the results from over in Japan, I can understand why when looking at this card people were like, it doesn't seem that great. Now that I've finally got my hands on it though, I don't know. I think there's definitely something here. Before we jump into it though, gotta give a big shout out to Dragon Shield, of course, for sponsoring the channel. Not just as a content creator, but also as a player in the PokemonTCG scene. They have a bunch of premium gaming accessories, but of course, I love them for their sleeves. Specifically, I like their matte style of sleeves, and if you're looking for some color recommendations, I like the magentas, the tangerines, also the ambers. One of their newest colors out is pretty sick as well. Check them out, dragonshield.com. Link, of course, will be in the description, and code AzulGG will get you a discount over there as well. So, the Mewtwo EX, for anyone who's unaware, 280 HP basic EX Pokemon. That is a lot of HP. It's got the ability Power Saver. This Pokemon can't attack unless you have 4 or more Team Rocket's Pokemon in play, including itself. So you could have 1 in the active and 3 on the bench. And then the Erasure Ball here for 2 psychic and a colorless does 160. Discard up to 2 energy from your bench Pokemon, and you do 60 more damage for each card you discarded in this way. So we have to have 3 energy on the active and then 2 energy cards on the bench to be able to hit for 280 damage, which is a decent number to hit for. You're carrying stuff like Raging Bolt, other Mewtwo's in the mirror match. We're not quite hitting the numbers like the Dragapults and the Charizards. Now, you could play the Maximum Belt in the deck to deal with that. We do have Spite Ups that can actually want to KO Charizard, though, so Charizard's probably not that big of a deal because of Spite Ups. But I've opted for the Prime Catcher here. And this is going with just kind of the format's new, the meta's young. We don't really truly know what are going to be the top decks we have to be teching for. Do we need Maximum Belt? I haven't actually tested or played against the Dragapult matchup basically at all yet. And we got some other cool cards we'll talk about here in a second that could be pretty effective up against Dragapult. So I'm not committing to the Maximum Belt yet. I put the Prime Catcher in here, and honestly, the Prime Catcher has felt great. Prime Catcher is probably the best neutral A-Spec, to be honest, in these kind of decks. Maybe in like stage 2 decks, you could argue Secret Box is the best neutral A-Spec, but in these stage 1 more basic center decks, Prime Catcher is usually the best one to go with until the meta gets a little bit more developed and you realize you need something like a Maximum Belt, or I don't know, maybe like an Unfair Stamp, or a, what is it, the Megaton Blower. That can be kind of cool as well, I guess. But that's Mewtwo's attack. We do have the Team Rocket's energy that provides 2 of psychic or dark type energy, so we can actually attach over 2 turns to set our Mewtwo up, but we still need energy on our bench, and that comes through the Spite Ups, the Team Rocket Spite Ups. I actually attacked with this thing way more than I thought I would. I knew it was a good attacker, and I knew I would be using it, but I've been using this thing a lot. We do need the Mewtwo to back it up. We need that big one-hit KO potential, but the Spite Ups is pretty good. Charging Up is the ability. Once in your turn, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon, and then Rocket Rush. Grass and colorless, 30 damage for each Team Rocket's Pokemon in play, so it can cap out at 180 damage from the Team Rocket Spite Ups. We don't play a ton of energy, actually. We got the 4 Team Rockets energy, and I did have 5. I'm kind of in between 4 and 5 basic energy right now. Currently, I went down to 4, trying that most recently. It's felt fine so far, but I could see myself making my way back up to 5. We got 3 grass and a psychic. I also do have 4 earth and vessel in here. That's because getting our energy, getting them in the discard pile, and also discarding cards out of our hand is really, really good. And that's also why we play 4 Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball feels super good in this deck as well. The other Pokemon we have in the deck is a one of Team Rocket's Articuno with that Repelling Veil. Prevent all damage of attacks used, or prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to your bench Team Rocket's Pokemon. Bench basic, excuse me. So this would prevent stuff like the damage spread from Dragapult and things like that. So it's cool to have around as a one of. I also have the Team Rocket's Wobbuffet in here with the Rocket Mirror attack for a psychic and a colorless. Move all damage counters from one of your benched Team Rocket's Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. So you could use this to move damage off one of your Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon, and that's something that can actually come up in the mirror match, and then the Team Rocket's Articuno could stop that damage from moving to specifically a basic Pokemon. It could still knock out a Spite Ups in the mirror match. And then finally we have the Team Rocket's Mimikyu, only 60 HP, so it's pretty fragile. We do have 2 Bravery Charm in here, which I'll talk about a little bit more here in a second. For a Psychic and a Colorless, and also the Wobbuffet and the Mimikyu here both attack for a single Team Rocket's energy, so that's kind of cool. Gemstone Mimicry choose one of your opponent's active Terra Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. So it only copies Terra Pokemon attacks. So you could copy stuff like Water Pawn or Flareon EX. You could also copy Dragapult, which could be a pretty cool attack to copy with the Gemstone Mimicry. I don't play the Maximum Belt, so we can't one-hit KO a Dragapult, so getting cheesy with the Gemstone might be pretty good. So pretty powerful attack here on the Team Rocket Mimikyu. It also has Free Retreat, so it's a Pokemon we can set up on our bench to kind of be a pivot Pokemon throughout the game. And then I also do play a Fezandipity in here, which might seem a little bit weird. It doesn't provide a Rocket Pokemon for the Mewtwo EX's Power Saver ability. That's not a huge deal. The reason this might seem weird is because of Team Rocket's Ariana, which is the main draw supporter in the deck, super powerful draw supporter, but it is a little bit limited. Draw cards until you have 5 in your hand. If all of your Pokemon in play are Team Rocket's Pokemon, draw until you have 8 cards in your hand. So super powerful supporter. And in the mid game and early game, this definitely wants to be our focus. But as we get more towards the late game, the focus more turns into like Giovanni or even maybe the Team Rocket's Archer. We'll talk about both those in a second. And that's where we can all of a sudden get Fez in play to get some more draw power as our opponent's taking knockouts and kind of have some onboard draw support. The problem with the Mewtwo deck is it's so centered around Rocket's cards. It's kind of forced into that because of Mewtwo's ability, because of Team Rocket's Ariana, that it's tough to want to play a bunch of non-Rockets Pokemon like the Fez, like the Mew EX, and we actually have bench space for them. Usually our bench looks like 2 Mewtwo and 2 Spidops, or 3 Spidops and 1 Mewtwo. So we usually have 1 to 2 floating bench spaces. Mimikyu, Wobbuffet, and Team Rocket's Articuno are like super situational cards that don't always make their way into play. So we'd love to be able to aggressively put down stuff like Mew EX and like Fezandipity, but Team Rocket's Ariana kind of prevents us from doing that. But as we get to the late game, the Ariana is not going to be the supporter we're even going to be looking to play, so having some extra draw power through Fez just kind of makes a lot of sense. So initially I didn't have anything in here besides Team Rocket's Pokemon, but the more I played with the deck, I was like, I think as we get to the late game, I wouldn't mind putting down a Fez or a Mew EX or both. So who knows, maybe I'll make my way to having a 1-1 line in here. Of course, starting with either of those Pokemon is really, really bad because then it shuts down the super powerful draw support from the Team Rocket's Ariana. So it's only in that mid-late game when we've kind of already established our board and have a solid win condition in mind where we want the Fezandipity to make its way to the field. The other Team Rocket supporter, the Team Rocket's Giovanni, we switch our active Team Rocket's Pokemon with one of our bench Team Rocket's Pokemon, and then our opponent, then we get to pick one of our opponent's bench Pokemon to come to the active as well. So it's basically Guzma for anyone who played back then, or a Gust Effect in general. It's like Prime Catcher as a supporter, but we have to have 2 Rocket's Pokemon in play, one in our active and then one on the bench that we go into. And then we have the Team Rocket's Proton here. If you go first, you can use this card on your first turn. You don't have to. You can also use it on your second turn and every turn after that. But you search your deck for 3 Team Rocket's Pokemon, reveal them, 3 basic Team Rocket's Pokemon, excuse me. If it was 3 Team Rocket's Pokemon, this thing would be absurd. Well, it already is kind of absurd. Search your deck for 3 basic Team Rocket's Pokemon and then put them into your hand. So this is our setup supporter. You want to choose first with this deck. So you can use Proton turn 1 and then hopefully Ariana turn 2 and follow-up supporter, draw supporter that we have is the Team Rocket's Archer. You can use this card only if any of your Team Rocket's Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Each player shuffles their hand into the deck, and then you draw 5 cards. Your opponent draws 3. So really powerful early game disruption card. I have 2 of them in here. I do think the next thing I would try out with this deck potentially would be starting to add some more neutral supporters, non-Team Rocket supporters, specifically Iono. A shuffle draw supporter would be nice in here. We built up really big hands with Ariana and Team Rocket's Factory, which I'll talk about here in a second. And with that, we don't really want to be playing stuff like Research probably, but something like Iono honestly would be pretty good, and it would give us a late game disruption supporter to work with as well. So I do like the idea of potentially trying out Iono in here if you're looking for something else to try out as far as like the supporter lineup goes. And all this comes together through the Team Rocket's Transceiver, of course. Search your deck for a supporter card that has Team Rockets in its name, reveal it, and put your hand. That is super powerful because it basically turns all of our Protons, or basically means we have effectively 7 Protons in our deck and 8 Arianas and 6 Team Rocket's Archer and 7 Team Rocket's Giovanni. Now, if we play a Team Rocket's Transceiver and then play an Ariana, that is -2 outs to Ariana, but the flexibility of this card for how powerful these supporters are is absolutely absurd, and this is truly what carries the Rockets decks, to be honest, is the power of the supporter cards and the flexibility and consistency in which you can find them because of the Team Rocket's Transceiver. I already mentioned the Ultra Balls here. In the vessels, discarding cards, like I said, is really, really important. Not just because we want to be able to draw more cards with Ariana, but also because we don't have onboard draw support. We don't have stuff like Zoroark, We only have just the Pheasantipity, but we don't even want to put that down in the early game. We don't have Mew EX, we don't have Noctowls or anything like that. So thinning our deck out of cards we don't need for the matchup or for the situation is super important, and that's where the Ultra Ball and Vessels come in, like I mentioned, not just to thin out the cards out of the hand to draw more with Ariana, but just to get rid of as much stuff as possible before we get Iono'd or hand disrupted in general, like by Unfair Stamp. We do also have the Team Rocket's Great Ball. I'm not sold on these being in the deck, to be honest. I wonder if we could actually just get away with like 4 Ultra Ball and the Proton and don't even need these. Maybe we'd have to play some kind of Count of Nest Ball or something. We probably need some other Pokemon search card. I just don't know what would be best besides Ultra Balls. But yeah, the Team Rocket's Great Ball, flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for an evolution Team Rocket's Pokemon. If tails, search your deck for a basic Team Rocket's Pokemon. So pretty powerful card nonetheless, but it hasn't felt like that big of a deal. It's been nice to have, of course, but it feels like there might be something better, is how I'm feeling about it. Now, the Team Rocket's Mewtwo does require 3 energy to attack with. 2 of the energy can be provided by the Team Rocket's energy, but if our Mewtwo goes down and we don't have any energy on a bench Mewtwo yet, that's why we play the energy switch, so we can effectively power up a Team Rocket's Mewtwo in a single turn by E-switching energy off of one of our Spidops to our Mewtwo, and then attaching a Team Rocket's energy for turn to the Mewtwo and attacking once again. Besides that, we have the Prime Catcher, like I mentioned, and a switch card, so a couple mobility cards here. I did have no switch to begin with and just a heavier E-switch count, but definitely feel like the switch is worth it. Could even see going up to a second switch. I had that in there as one point as well. But now I'm just doing the Prime Catcher and the switch, and this has felt fine so far. The 2 Bravery Charm are honestly super, super sick. Being able to have more than 280 HP on the Mewtwo EX is very powerful in the mirror match up against Typhlosion, force them to have some more damage modifiers. And I've had a ton of situations come up against like Monkey Dory decks where putting the Bravery Charm on our Tarantulas gives us time to evolve into the Spidops, or even up against something like a was it Dragapult deck, putting the Bravery Charm on the Tarantulas if we can't get our Articuno in play quite yet, and that can protect them from getting the damage spread on them and them getting KO'd. So yeah, the Bravery Charms have been absolutely sick. I just went ahead and threw them in there because I had some space left, and I was like, well, this could be good. I mean, 330 HP is more than 280. Let's see what happens. But yeah, they've been absolutely disgusting so far. And then finally, the 4 Team Rockets Factory says, once during each player's turn, if that player has played a Team Rocket supporter, they may draw 2 cards, but you can activate this supporter at any point during your turn. You don't have to activate it when you play a supporter. So you could do something like play Team Rocket's Ariana, draw into 2 Earthen Vessels and an Ultra Ball, play all of those cards, thin all of those Pokemon and energy out of your deck, and then activate Team Rocket's Factory to draw 2 cards. This stadium is absolutely absurd. Obviously has a ton of synergy with the deck. So we got 4 of those in here. Now this is a spot where I feel like we could maybe find some space in the deck and go down to like 3 Team Rockets Factory, but it really sucks whenever we don't have it in play. And even when we have like an extra 1 in our hand or 2 in our hand, we have Ultra Balls and Vessels to get rid of them. So I don't know, I kind of want to stick with the 4, but if you're really looking for some space to try some other stuff out, I think a Team Rockets Factory could probably be cut. Same thing with maybe an Earthen Vessel, and also maybe the 3rd Proton as well. It's really nice to try and get that turn 1 Proton, of course. And then finally, I have 3 Grass Energy and 1 Psychic Energy in here for the basic energy. Like I said, I had 5 at first, or I went 4 to 5 to 4. I'm now at 4, but I could see myself going back up to 5. We play the 1 of Psychic, so this does allow us to attack with the Team Rocket's Mimikyu and the Team Rocket's Wobbuffet without needing a Team Rocket's energy. So we could like accelerate a Grass Energy from our discard pile to our Spidops, Earthen Vessel, get our Psychic, attach Psychic to Mimikyu, and then E-switch from Spidops to Grass Energy over to the Mimikyu, and now we're using the Gemstone Mimicry without having to find a Team Rocket's energy, which is pretty cool. So that's why we play the 1 Psychic and 3 Grass. And that's it. That's my first take on Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Like I said, I think this thing's definitely got more potential than I expected after seeing how poorly it did over in Japan. There's a lot more depth to this deck to work around. I was thinking maybe just like the perfect 60 has been figured out, who knows, but I don't think it has. I don't think the perfect 60 has been figured out. I think there's a lot more depth to this deck, and it's definitely worth investigating further. So let's go ahead, let's jump into some games, and I'll show y'all how to run it. That's unfortunate. That's not what I wanted. I don't even want to grab. It's so interesting. I don't even want to grab this because I'm gonna draw with Ariana next turn. I just fail. I want to keep around 1 Archer as well, so I'm gonna do this. Yeah, seems fine. Yo, appreciate tier 1 sub there. And appreciate the prime sub there. Fight Demons and Unravelous. Welcome both to the pack. We're all to catch up. We got plenty of... Ooh. Wait, actually, Wobbuffet in this matchup goes kind of hard. I'm going to KO that Snow Run, too. Or the Frostlass, not the Snow Run. Now Frostlass. Wait, am I trolling? Oh, I don't have a fourth. I needed a fourth. No! Pass. We need hella rockets. Bro, all comes down to that Tails on the Great Ball earlier. Dude, so unlucky, bro. What the heck? So I had to hope to hit 2. I mean, it's probably still the correct play. It just didn't work out. Correct play, just an L. They're really going after my Articuno. What does Articuno even prevent for me? Does Articuno actually matter for me that much? Could matter a little bit. Oh, they're just literally dead drawing. All right, sure. I think a proton angle here makes sense. What am I up? We just don't know what I'm up against, right? Let's do this. Grab. I'm not gonna bench the third Tarantula yet. Probably Grimmsnarl. It is probably Grimmsnarl, yeah. I don't even need to bench this thing technically yet, but I could wait. I feel comfortable waiting. Yeah, I'm comfortable waiting here for sure. All right, well, I think this one's over, to be honest. Well, they might have a supporter still. If they're using a Dreaded Brains right now, I assume they don't, though. Okay, there's 2 ways to play this here. I definitely want to go after a Monkey Dory here. I kind of just want to play the Prime Catcher and bench another Mewtwo and attach to it, to be honest. Maybe it's not that big of a deal, actually. This is fine, I guess. Dude, my hand is massive. What the heck? I'm not even going to bench this guy yet, either. We'll see. Yo, appreciate the Prime sub there. Ideal Sarcasm. Appreciate 22 months there, Evers. Appreciate the Prime sub there, Nebs. Welcome to the pack. Welcome to the pack as well there, Sarcasm. Dude, you don't have another counter catcher here, bro. You're cheating. Why are you hacking? Are there any Rockets Dark Pokemon you could throw in for the mirror? I don't think so, no. Nothing good anyways. Wait, hang on. All of a sudden they're cooking, bro. All of a sudden they're cooking. They're making moves, man. They're making it happen. Oh, I can't even kill the Morgrim off the bench. We'll see if they get double Morgrim here or not, I guess. Not double Morgrim. Not double Morgrim, bro. Don't have it like that. Solo Morgrim is fine. I want a Wobbuffet KO. I mean, I have these to KO the next guy, so we should just still be fine here, right? Okay, there's a severe lack of... All right, hold up. There's a severe lack of Spidops in my hand. The Roundula. I could just gust up a Morgrim and either KO with Mewtwo or KO with that if I draw it off the Team Rocket's factory, right? I have decent amount of outs here too to get into the guy. What's this guy do? 30? What's this guy do? Oh my. All right, let's just go with this. I can just hard retreat it if I whiff. That'd be unfortunate to have to hard retreat, I'm not gonna lie though. Do I ever bench the other Mewtwo, or do I not even bench the Mewtwo here? I don't even think I want to bench Mewtwo here. I think I kind of want to bench Wobbuffet. Well, they're gonna KO this guy off my bench with the snipe damage. That sucks. They need a 3-prize turn here, huh? Man, I was really hoping they didn't have double Morgrim there. I mean, Mewtwo doesn't even KO them, so using Mewtwo from here on out doesn't even make any sense. Mimikyu is just like really weak, so putting Mimikyu in play doesn't make a ton of sense. I guess I could bench Wob. I just want to have like a little bit more setup in play, to be honest. Sure, whatever. Can the evolved Spidops take out a Grimmsnarl? Yes, yeah. Yeah, because of the Articuno ability, no? No, the ability prevents effective attacks to your bench Pokemon, not damage being done. Yeah. All right, here we go. Dude, honestly, the lack of Spidops draw up to this point is actually pretty criminal. We have hella Dops left, Ultra Balls. We did just pull an Ultra Ball off the prize cards, but it's a little bit late. But here's where we hit him with an Archer and just win the game, to be honest. What are they actually testing today? I mean, at least Typhlosion, but then as many as I can besides that. If they want to try Typhlosion. I feel like I'm just going to win here, to be honest. We're going to Archer this turn, and then it should be easy to close it out on following turns. I do need to have a full bench to KO the Grimmsnarl, unfortunately, but... We know they have an Iono in hand. I mean, if we just kill if we just get the guy knockout, we should be in a good spot here. Oh, I could have got a Bravery Charm for my Articuno as well. Bro, I was just so unlucky there. What the heck? I'm just so unlucky, man. All right, so we go Mimby down. Make him beefy. Okay, what else do I have left in here? I think I have to put Mewtwo down. We have a lot of mobility left, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm a little worried about it, but not too worried about it. We have a decent amount of mobility left, so we can go... They need the full bench to take the knockout, right? 152 with 300. Yeah, yeah. So this guy's got to come down. Catch this here. Throw this on this guy. Honestly, with 2 switch left and prime catcher left, this guy being able to KO anything. I think I should give up both these, to be honest. I just want to keep the draw supporters. Well, actually, you know what? How many Team Rocket's energy do I have left? Alright, just give up these. That's fine. Hit him with the archer. I would like another Spite Ops. Honestly, I don't even think I need it. Okay, Stadium's good. Double switch is good. Already attached return. Just draw 2. Stadium's real good, actually. Sure. Charging up. I would, yeah, another Spite Ops would have been good. Another Spite Ops would have been good for sure. Unlucky. Alright, knock out. Oh, Ethan's deck? Typhlosion is Ethan's, yeah. Is the hammer card that deletes special energy going to be useful if this deck is running around? Potentially, yeah. If there's a high count, the answer is just always yes. It's if there's enough special energy in the format, or if Enhanced Hammer has a big enough impact for a deck in a certain matchup, then Enhanced Hammer will be played. But that's how you answer the question for all of those cards. Any card that could be played will be played if it makes sense to play it based on the popularity or matchup impact of a matchup or other decks in the format. Yeah. A card that does something. Yeah, a card that does something you would play if it does it often enough, basically. Don't forget Ruffian. No, we can forget about Ruffian. This actually got... it wasn't actually... This game wasn't actually that close. But it got closer than I thought it was going to be. It wasn't that close. Because like all the spiders and stuff can just die to Monkey Doors and Frost Glass. That's actually not very cool. I don't like that. Yeah, I do like the Mewtwo for the early game, I feel like, actually. Honestly, Takedown being able to KO the guy is kind of crazy. I'll see if I bench this next turn. Go bench Evolve, draw or something like that. We'll see. If I top deck energy, I could just go in with Giovanni or something. Yeah, sure. You choose nice for early game pressure? Yeah, I agree. Or if the idea of it seems good for sure. We flip tails once? Yeah, multiple times. Damage bomb for Wobbuffet? No. Well, actually, it wouldn't be terrible, but no, probably not. I said, actually, honestly, I don't hate it. It actually, I mean, the synergy is there, obviously. Doesn't seem particularly strong, but it's like fine. All right, so I need to draw to a single grass energy to hit him with that takedown. Dude, they're going double Frost Blast? Bro, I might be kind of cooked here. I'm not going to lie. Okay, that's an unfortunate top deck. I don't want that right now. Okay, nice. Just one of the grass energy. Hit him with a little takedown action. Honestly, this is broken. The takedown is broken. That's broken. I'm kind of scared, though. I am kind of scared. I'm scared, man. Also, we prize a Tarantula, which is not great here, to be honest. I do not like the prize Tarantula factor. Oh my gosh, just candy off the rip, bro? Dude. Wait, why did they do it to the bench one, though? That's weird, right? That is weird. That is weird. A TM Evo? Oh, true. Maybe, yeah. That's such a bad play, though. Are they just going to corkscrew punch? Oh, I guess that's not a terrible play. I don't hate the corkscrew punch here. I'm going to Gust KO their Grimstar. No Frostlass, no Frostlass, no Frostlass, no Frostlass. Oh, all right. I guess this makes sense because then if they draw Counter Catcher, they can Counter Catcher. Oh, Counter Catcher here would have been brutal. Thank goodness they whiffed. Holy smokes. Dude, I would have been cooked. All right, we're chilling. I'm actually missing a basic Pokemon to be able to go Giovanni Knockout. I need a top deck a basic Pokemon here. Or Stadium and then draw into the basic. I mean, if I whiff, I would want to attack with Spite Ups in the active. So I guess we always just push Spite Ups. I could go Archer Spite Ups KO active. That would be like fine, I guess. I'm just unlucky. All right. So it's got to be Archer KO active here, which is like fine. Go ret some patios. Actually, this is correct, I think. Because I need an energy and I want to discard an energy. Can we play 5 Spite Ops, actually? Maybe we should play 1 Night Stretcher so I can recover a Spite Ops. But pricing on Spite Ops is miserable. There's 2 energy in here. I could give up this Spite Ops, I guess. And in the switch, maybe. Yeah, so I can go like this. I'm kind of scared to put a second Mewtwo in play. I don't want to put Mimikyu because it's such a... I mean, I kind of have to put the Mewtwo in play, actually, I think. Yeah, I kind of have to, actually. Cigarettes. I just need basics in play. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to KO this next turn with another Spite Ups. Unless I put Frostlasses in play, then I will be able to. All right, Archer Angle. I need a Stadium here. That's what I need is a Stadium. I'm still missing Pokemon. I need basic. Dude, I just don't play that many basics in this deck. Maybe we need to play... I mean, maybe a Night Stretcher, maybe more basics. Oh, okay, that's the best price. Well, no, he can just die, bro. He just gets... We need to get him in play, like, immediately. Like, in this matchup, we need to bench, like, 4 Tarantula turn 1. Because otherwise, double Monkey Dory KOs our Tarantulas off the bench. Which is not good. Not good, if you didn't know. Just in case you didn't know. Dude, immediately into the... Well, actually, that's actually good for me, because that gets me another basic, actually. Yeah, it's, like, fine. Ooh, honestly... I'm okay with that. That I can still find my Pokemon. I'm actually like the Iono here. The Iono is good for us. Not if that's a draw. Hello? Okay, this is terrible. This is so bad. I drew absolutely nothing there. I got the Bravery Charm for the Tarantula, though. That's good. I need a basic. I need, like, anything. Anything here, and I am fine. If I literally draw anything, I'm fine. Promote this guy. Artisan, Great Ball Tails, Ultra Ball. There's so many things. Dude, and I get a Bravery Charm. That's so bad. What is this draw? That's so unlucky. There's like 1 billion things I could have drawn there. This only goes from 1 Pokemon, right? I mean, I guess I think I just punch him here still, though. It's so bad. Oh, wait, no, they die. They die to Frostlass. Oh, we're chilling. Yes, let's go. Oh, I should have attached to a Mewtwo, though. I should have attached to my other Mewtwo. Oops. This is huge. And I got the little round guy on board as well. Oh, shit. My hand still sucks. I forgot about their own Frost Blast damage. So I should have put this, like, here, I think. Because I don't want the Mewtwo's to get stuck. So I should have attached a Team Rocket's energy to my Mewtwo there for sure. Because otherwise, now he's going to get stuck. Oh, no. He's back. I could just, like, Wobbuffet this turn, though, right? And maybe still be fine. We'll see. They could have Counter Catcher this turn. If they have Counter Catcher... Wait a second. They have, like, so many energy in the discard pile. Can they even make this work? I don't even know if they can make this work. Yeah, I don't even know if they can knock me out here, to be honest. We might be able to hit him with the Wobby moves next turn, to be honest. Oh, they have Secret Box. Oh, okay. Never mind. They probably have Counter Catcher KO. No, but they can't let this thing live. They can't let the Spidops live. They let Spidops live, they lose. Oh, no, but they can KO it off the bench, can't they? They can go... Oh, no, but they don't have energy on their Monkey Dories. Bro, I think we're chilling here, actually. I think we're chilling. What's the motive behind picking Prime Catcher over Max Belt? Prime Catcher is good in every matchup. Max Belt is good against... Dragapult. Max Belt's also good against Gardevoir, I guess, as well. Could be good against Gardevoir. Prime Catcher is good against everything, though. I think I can definitely beat Dragapult without it as well. Like between Mimikyu and Wobbuffet, I should be able to beat Dragapult, no problem. Not worried about it. We have Giovanni's though, and Max Belt would benefit every mon in this deck. Giovanni is a supporter, bro. Unfair could be cool. I could see Unfair being better as well. Max Belt just seems terrible. You can't find it when you want it, and it's like it is a super situational card. Can't find it when you want it. It's in a hyper situational card. Whereas like Prime Catcher is you also can't find Prime Catcher where you want it, but it is way less situational. Oh, the Devo angle? Well, that's not very good, I don't think. That's like super mid. That's fine. We can work with that. I can just chase the Morgrim and I basically win, right? Chase the Morgrimathy. If I take the Morgrim off the board, how do we lose? Well, I could lose by this getting stuck in the active because I didn't put energy on it, but it's my fault. Oh my gosh, we are cooking, man. Well, the question is now, should I save my Prime? I think no, I should cycle the deck. So I should go like... evolve, patch. Just want to draw as many cards as possible here, I think. Oh, I could Archer them, actually. Shoot, I should have paid more attention to their turn. But they go Arven for Secret Box, played Secret Box. They have Research in hand? Bro, I do not care if you research. That's all you. You got it. You got it, buddy. We just thin out the deck as much as possible here. This is literally what this deck is all about, is just thinning out your deck. Oh. I could Vessel away this, but that is still, it's pretty weak. It's pretty weak. I think I do get rid of this. I thin this out further. Honestly, I kind of want to like play more discard cards, but there's really no more discard cards to play. If I get Badooed here, Counter Catcher Badooed. Counter Catcher Badoo. Okay, so I have to play around Counter Catcher Badoo. Chilling, chilling, chilling. No Arvin and no Tonsor would make it rough. Prime is like an extra Giovanni here at least. Yeah, I'm not saying Max Belt is terrible. And also, Max Belt could be the best way to play the deck. For sure. But like, I mean, Prime Catcher, right? Like, come on. What are we doing here? You know, up to Ariana into Prime Catcher just sounds broken. Because then you can like full combo on a turn. You tested the stadium that shuts off the colorless Pokemon? No. I mean, I would never play it in this deck specifically, but I guess that's this game, right? Unless they have like, they got some crazy stuff here, I guess. If they have something crazy, I guess we could lose. Also, there's another thing with that as well is like I just don't know what like Max, like if you like, you of course could like, if you break it down to like it's if you break the PokemonTCG down like a step further, you can make the argument that every A-Spec is based on the meta, but obviously we know some of them are more meta dependent and less meta dependent, right? Prime Catcher is way less meta dependent and matchup dependent than Maximum Belt. So playing decks for the first time in a new meta, in a new format, Prime Catcher is always going to be the better neutral inclusion. Once you have a better idea of what the matchups are that certain A-Specs are good against and what the format and meta are like at large, then all of a sudden cards like Maximum Belt and other A-Specs. I don't want to play the Ultra Ball, but I'll play this, obviously. Well, the thing is, I just don't know what they're playing. Let's just do this. Attach active. I could get Badooed. So just give me the Ariana. Pass. Good chance to hit the energy here. I mean, really good chance if they don't item lock us, but oh no. That's not good. I'm weak to dark. All right, so the Mewtwo's got to go. Mewtwo's got to go here. I don't think they're gonna one-hit KO my Mewtwo here. I'm a little scared though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous. You gotta go, Mewtwo. You're just not it, bro. Is this like Moon with E-switches? It seems like it, right? So I could die here. I could die off the rip here for sure. They could like set up this guy for sure. Just nuke me. That'd be bad. Hopefully they don't. I just want to get one turn out of this Mewtwo and then we just go full into the Tarantula squad. Get round with it. Okay, I'm feeling confident here. We're not dead. For sure. Surviving out here. The rock energy looks so weird. It does look weird there. It also kind of blends in with Mewtwo specifically. But I feel like they could have just made it this. Oh, but they're trying to show that it's like two. They should have just made it one of these, to be honest. That would have been fine. Like anyone would have complained about that. Keeping this around like this is probably correct. Wait, if I whiff energy here, we're kind of in trouble, actually. If I get the energy here, I'm feeling real good. If I whiff energy here, we might be in trouble. We never whiff, so I wasn't even worried about it. Actually, my hand's dead. We are getting 2 prize cards and have backup Spite Ups, though, so we should be fine. A better life. Yeah, we should be okay. I mean, this is a dub. What am I saying? We already won this. No one can handle the round, lads. Just 2 round. Putting this on the active could stop the Baby Moon from KOing us, so I'm just gonna throw it down here. Better get a basic. No, I was fine there because it includes itself. Phone can't attack unless you have 4 or more Team Rocket. Yeah, it counts itself. So you only need 3 plus the Mewtwo. We were chilling there. We were chilling there. Is the Articuno to prevent effects? Yeah. So it's like good against Dragapult and stuff like that. Actually, it's basically just good against Dragapult. Does Articuno not stop the Roaring Moon EX KO attack? Yeah, it'll stop, what's it called? Frenzied Gouging. But we're weak to Dark, so they're never going to Frenzied Gouging us, so. It does stop Angelite. Good point, yes. And TM Devo, yep. Yep. Okay. I'm getting a little worried, I'm not gonna lie. Our hand is still dead. So is the Nord Duck the only impactful card Japan has over us at the moment? That I can think of, yes, Horsey. Off the top of my dome. I can draw 2 more prize cards by KOing this next turn. Oh, okay, they mentioned it. All right, well. Well, now I just need a basic Pokemon and we win the game. I guess, actually, I maybe should have benched the Mewtwo. No, but that... No. Because I didn't know where I was going to end up with my draw. Also, if they Iono'd me at some point, having another 2 prize in play would just, like, let them win faster. Oh, they didn't get... What? You didn't even get the KO? What are you doing, bro? Why even show up today? What the heck? All right. Ooh, if they just hit us a little bit harder, I could have KO'd their Fez with Wob. Dude, Wob is always like a 10 damage short. Maybe whoever was in chat was right, to be honest. I always forget I have to pick mine first. I'm just gonna throw this guy down. Someone in chat was like, what was someone in chat like? Play the Rockets bomb card. Maybe, honestly, play 4 of them. There's more cards that you can play. The deck likes doing that. This deck definitely just likes playing cards. Is Giovanni or Prime better? Prime's the better card. But I'm not sure what you're asking, though. Articuno only protects basics, so it doesn't block Devo. Oh, true. Yeah. Rocket's Geo is Prime Catcher? Yes, but it's one's an item, one's a supporter. Like, if they're, like, Prime Catcher is better unless there's a better A-Spec that you would want to play. It does eat up your A-Spec slot. But Giovanni is a supporter. So it is like a worse card if you compare the two. It becomes better though when you want to play it becomes better when you want to not play your supporter for turn and as a gust effect. Or Prime becomes worse. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Tarantula. So much for turn 1 Proton. Is it Grimmsnarl or is it Guardy? Dude, every deck is a Frostlass deck, bro. Holy smokes. Every deck is a Frostlass deck. Oh my goodness. What the heck? Would you change from Towards List? I don't know. I don't know what Towards List is. All right, now I gotta be careful of Kramathy for sure. A king. Talk like a king. I kind of want to put the Bravery Charm on the Tarantula. Or I could put on the active. put it somewhere, basically. Oh, I need to bench Pokemon. Ugh. I forgot about that part of it. All right, we'll see how it goes. Really did not want to bench a bunch of weaklings, but... Got to deal with Guardy in this list. Trying list on ladder, and Guardy just slays it. I guarantee, Riley, you have hit one Gardevoir and you lost the matchup one time. Gardevoir might be an unfavorite matchup. I have no clue. I'm gonna make a little prediction there. Honestly, I have no clue. It might just be a bad matchup. Azul, I might need to leave. Do I need to be here for the booster box? No. I'm gonna run the giveaway at the end of the stream. Every deck's a lucky helmet deck. I'm gonna run the giveaway at the end of the stream. You don't need to be present. I'll message the winner on on Twitch. Message the winner on Twitch. Honestly, I kind of just want to bench the Wobbuffet. Have you been liking this deck so far? Yeah, so far it's pretty chill. No complaints. Bench Wob. Play fast. I kind of want to set up a second Mewtwo, to be honest. Yo, chill. How's one join the giveaway? Read the title. Honestly, I might just grab 2 energy here because I just want access to energy. Dude, I don't know what this song is, but this can't be it, bro. There's got to be something better than that. I mean, I could get item locked. I could get Maractused. I just want to. I just want to burn these to get them out of the hand. Oh, I did say I wanted to set up another Mewtwo. I have to prepare for like a late game Ursaluna, right? So that's why I'd want the Mewtwo. Well, I should at least take it, right? I should at least take it. Like when I play this one, I don't have to actually do anything here. Just fail. I'll draw with this first, because if I draw into a Giovanni, then I won't play this for a Giovanni. Just in case we get Badingist. I don't want this guy to just die to double Monkey Dory, so I think I'm gonna evolve it. Oh, I thought this had 180 damage on it all of a sudden. I was like, where did the 80? Where did all that damage come from? I was like, what? It's not 180 though. We're chilling. What are my thoughts about this deck? Pretty chill. I'm about to wob them to death here for sure. Does it potentially be a meta competitor? Yeah, for sure. I don't know when that would be, of course. Honestly, I expected the deck to feel worse than it does, though. I definitely expected the deck to feel worse than it does. Dude, don't listen to Soda. We got to give him a timeout for that one. Actually, someone else said it too. It was definitely Scrub, right? I'll give Scrub a timeout as well. Put exclamation point unlucky a single time in chat. Only once. If you do it multiple times, you get removed from the giveaway. Don't listen to these frauds. Alright, they're gonna Miraculous. I just go after the Frostlass though, right? We still just always go after Frostlass. Wait, did someone request this song or did this just come on? Someone just requested it. Good meme. Oh, my bad. I think once again, I just want to play this. Well, now I think I want to put this guy in play. I don't know if I need to, though. I'm fine with doing that. I don't really want to bench anything, to be honest. All right, we shouldn't do this. I'm not going to bench anything. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. We try and chase the other Frostlass on the next turn, right? Just keep hunting them down. I mean, Iono and Fair Stamp is what we're afraid of here, but Snow Run's back. He's back in action, folks. The run is back. Hey, research. They still could find Unfair Stamp, so I'm scared of Unfair Stamp here still for sure. Do they have Ursaluna? My opponent? Probably. They probably play Ursaluna. Alright, the stadium bump's pretty rude, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, they have quite a bit of damage movement here going on. Oh, can they actually KO my Wob? No, not quite. No, they could. No, wait. 3-3. Yeah, they could, I guess. But I don't really care if they do, I don't think. We just go after the Frostlass again, right? Yeah, they did KO it. Alright. I mean, Ursaluna does activate next turn, but Ursaluna can't KO my Mewtwo, so I think I just go Giovanni, bring up the Frostlass, knock it out again, right? This is getting pretty close, though. I'm not gonna lie. I think I need a fresh Mewtwo to potentially play around Ursaluna. Dude, this is like super close. It's because I had to bench the Articuno. That's why it's so close. I had to bench the stupid Articuno. Honestly, I really just want to bench Mewtwo because they have so much HP. They have 5 prize cards left. 1, 2, 3. Dude, I think I lose. Like, I think I'm actually in a losing position here. Yeah, I think I'm actually in like a losing position here. It feels like I'm in a losing position here. It feels like I'm in a losing position. So I need to prioritize, I guess in this matchup, I need to prioritize Mewtwo's in play, right? I need to prioritize Mewtwo EX's in play. Mewtwo EX and Wobbuffet. Maybe that should be my whole, maybe that should be everything I haven't played in Mewtwo and Wobbuffet, and that's literally it. Two Mewtwo's, a Wobbuffet, and maybe like one Tarantula. Or maybe just Mimikyu, because then I have no abilities in play. They have to like completely rely on their own. But I don't want low HP stuff in play either, though. Play no recovery? Yeah, I have no recovery in here. If you put Spite Ops, you're in range for Spite Ops, right? I don't know what that means. Maybe. Yeah, appreciate the 22 months there, Steph in the red, and also appreciate the tier 1 sub there, Fox. Welcome to the pack. All right, now we're in trouble. Well, here's where I can Ultra Ball for Fez. Wob seems relevant. No, Wob is very relevant for sure. Trying to get 2 uses out of Wob would be like the play for sure as well. All right, so here's maybe where Fez comes online. Want to add a monkey? Probably not worth. Charm on Mimikyu. Could charm the Mimikyu, yeah. They are running out of damage here, though. They have 2 damage left. Snow Run. No Frostlass this turn. Oh, they still have 3 Frostlass in the discard pile. They would need a Night Stretcher. If they get Night Stretcher, they have it. What about a Penny? No, it's probably too slow. Right, let me just play this first. I could go for the Giovanni, obviously. But I have Switch. Oh, I don't have Prime. This is also prized. Oh. If I go for Giovanni, I just KO the Snorunt. They have no damage in play to work with. They have 2 damage in play to work with to be able to KO this, but that doesn't even get KO'd by Ursaluna unless they have a Defiance Band. I think I just go for the Giovanni here, yeah. And I can also put a little guy on the bench here as well. I should also use this turn so this guy could be an attacker next turn, possibly. Prime catcher? Okay. Alright, well, we're in a decent spot here, I think, for sure. Want to KO a monkey? Because the monkeys just don't matter. They don't do anything. They only matter if there's damage in play, but there's no damage in play. The only way they get damage in play is Frostlass. So I KO a monkey here, but then I leave the Snowrun in play. The next turn they go Frostlass, Counter Catcher. If they go like Frostlass, Counter Catcher... I guess that would have been a reason. No, this guy, yeah, Frostlass, Counter Catcher, Iono. Then all of a sudden, they can build up damage in play and start to make a comeback. So you have to KO Snowrun here. If I KO Monkey, like, yeah, Monkey Dory is like irrelevant here. They don't have damage on their side of the field. Frostlass is how they get access to damage. Them getting access to damage with 2 monkeys is way bigger deal than them having 3 monkeys with no damage access. Even if they had 2 Snowruns in play. If they had 2 Snowruns in play, there's an argument. No. If they have 2 Snowruns in play, you probably still KO the guy, to be honest. Jamming Urst, maybe? They don't play jamming. We don't have to worry about that. Oh, the Mind Bend. A little too crazy. It's a little bit too wild there, buddy. This is doing enough. This is doing enough by itself, right? Yeah. Psh, bopped, bro. Another free dub. Would you ever go after Miraculous in order to not get trapped? No. It's always Snowrun.